Thank you for tuning in for another video today, guys. This is a very exciting one. The golf simulator room is completed, and we are ready to open the new ProTee VX launch monitor. I'm going to go through this with you guys. I'm going to open the box. This will be the first time I see it, and we're going to mount it up there. You can see up there I've already got the mount in place, or the lumber in place that the mounting bracket will attach to. And so let's get in this together. I'm super excited about this one. I gotta tell you guys, my first impression with this is when I picked this box up, it's really heavy. It feels like the machine that's in here is good quality. From all the videos and reviews that I've watched on it, it seems to be the case, but I'm excited about cutting it open and taking a look at it the first time. By the way, guys, I got Philip running the camera for me today. Just like that. Here we go. Oh, that's cool. Nice. Okay, so we've got a little thank you for choosing ProTee United. That's pretty cool. And you got the protective foam on top. Okay. Okay, that's pretty sweet. Okay, you can see they've got some protective film over the camera lens covers. I'm going to leave that on until we get this thing in place. All right, here we go. Oh yeah, solid. I mean, guys, this thing weighs, I gotta believe it weighs 20 to 25 pounds, maybe less, but it's solid for sure. And then in the bottom of the box, there's a smaller box. That's gonna be setup instructions. There's gonna be some cables, I'm sure, in there, things like that. Set that over here. And then at the very bottom, this will be the calibration board. You can see it has screen and the arrows on it. So when we go to calibrate the machine, the launch monitor, this will face the screen, obviously. You put it in the general area where you're going to be hitting your ball from and calibrate it. So before we go to mount the mounting plate up there, I want to show you guys down here what's on the floor. Basically what you do is, this is the mounting bracket. We want to take it off right now. You pull this pin up and you slide it that way and it comes off. Okay? And this arrow right here is going to point towards the hitting screen, the impact screen. Take it, mount it up top, zip, zip. And then when you go to pick this up, you're going to slide it across, pull that pin up, and lock it in. You're good to go. Let's open the box and look at what we have in here. They send you I think it's like a 10 meter, which is what, 32 feet, 35 feet of Ethernet cable. That's going to run from the back of this to my PC. You got your power cable and some screws with drywall anchors. We're not going to need the drywall anchors. You got the screws. And then you have a Ethernet network adapter. If you don't have an Ethernet port on the back of your PC, you can use this. I've got one, so we'll be good to go, but that's in there in case you need it. So we're going to take these screws, we're going to pop this mounting bracket off, and we're going to screw it in to the lumber up top that I have installed, and then we'll go to the next step, which will be mounting that onto the mounting bracket. Okay, we're going to hit up the ladder with the mounting plate, mounting bracket. As I mentioned before, the arrow, you want that pointing towards your impact screen. Philip's going to help me hold it and the camera at the same time. Multi-talented young man here. By the way, these screws that came with it, they come with a little lock washer. So we put those on there. When I put this lumber up here, by the way, I made sure that it was level and also the same distance from the screen on both sides. But because I did this with a gas pipe, I can adjust it however I want. It'll swivel either way. You guys mount it however you want. I just found gas pipes are pretty versatile to use for stuff like this. Yes, I am putting some extra screws in just because of little accidents that I've had in the past. Okay, next step, before we hang the ProTee VX, the launch monitor, I'm going to go ahead and run the cables, get them in place where they're going to plug into the back of the ProTee VX. The Ethernet cable is actually going to run along my pads up there, the wall pads, and down the wall and over to my PC. So I'm going to go ahead and run that right now, get the power in place, and then we will hang the machine. Okay, we got the power cable, Ethernet cable. Let's hang it. For this part, Philip and I are going to team up. He's going to grab one side of the launch monitor. I'm going to grab the other. We got 2 ladders set up behind us. I could probably do it by myself, but I'm nervous that I would drop it. He's going to help me.
There we go.
One step at a time.
Are we in?
And it's locked in. Yeah.
We're in?
We're
Can
in.
I go?
Yeah. I got to say, that was really easy. You agree?
Yeah.
I mean, it snapped right in. It might fall on me right now and I'll be regretting my words,
Hopefully
but
not.
no, it worked really good. So I'm just going to plug in the Ethernet and the power cords back here, like so. Like that. Cool. Okay. I'm not going to turn it on yet. I want to check the instructions before I go and do that. But it is installed. And next thing to do is to fire it up. Probably take these lens covers off. Get the software installed on the PC and try this puppy out. I scanned the QR code that came on the box with the hardware and the cords in it. It says the next step is to remove these protective covers and then switch the unit on. When I switch it on, these are supposed to light up. The rings on there light up red for a few seconds and then they turn off, and then we're ready to install the software on the PC. That's very satisfying. Wow, that's really satisfying. I just gotta say. All right, let's power it on. And these should light up red. And then they should turn off here in a few seconds. How about that? Just like they said. I love it when things work. Okay, so I scanned the QR code on the box and I actually forwarded that to my PC email. This is what it looks like. We've already gone through all these steps: unboxing, mounting it. It'll show you the maximum height from ceiling to floor, distance from the launch monitor to where you're hitting from, things like that. We went through that, the mounting plate, and we are at step number 5, which is switching the unit on and installing the software. Click on this link, it'll download this file. We're going to open this file up. Do you want to allow this app to make changes on your device? Yes, we do. And we're going to install the ProTee Labs. Next. I agree. Install. And now we be patient. Okay, next step will be to click Finish. ProTee Labs needs to be activated. When you first start ProTee Labs, you can register and activate your software with the activation code you received from the reseller. Please contact the reseller if you did not receive an activation code. And then once we get it activated, we will calibrate the system. I'm going to go ahead and open up ProTee Labs. Okay, I got to this point on the ProTee Labs software where it was wanting to activate my license. I would click on this, scroll down, I agree to it, consent to the policy. I put in my registration information, my name, email, all that good stuff. Go to next, and it wants my activation key. The problem is I can't find an activation key anywhere. If you go online and do some searches on it, some people say you have to get it from ProTee. People are saying you got to get it from the reseller, the person that you bought it from, which for me was Carl's Place. So I reached out to both ProTee and the reseller of the device, and I was able to get the activation key from Carl's Place. Customer service is great. I got it this morning. You put the activation key and you follow the prompts from there, and then you end up with this. Got the ProTee Labs software installed, and I'm excited to give it a try. Okay, next step is you'll go up here, top right corner, and click on the settings gear, and you'll input your device, which is the ProTee VX. You'll put in which left hand or right hand. I'm right-handed. And then it will have you connect it, and then once it connects, it brings this up. And this is the calibration for your launch monitor. It gives the instructions up here on what to do. So I went ahead and put the calibration board down on the hitting mat. I'll give you a close-up here. You can see right there it says screen, and the arrows are supposed to point towards the screen. And you want to put it in the general area of where you're going to be hitting the ball from. Now with this fiber-built turf, you'll notice there's a couple different types of turf. You have this one, which is supposed to simulate what real turf is, or hitting off of real turf. It allows the club to go through the grass and take a divot. And this is just your typical hitting mat. I like to putt off of this one. When you putt off of this, it just does not read the putt. It changes the spin of the ball, and I don't like it for putting. I like to putt off this and then hit off of this. So I'm setting it up where once I get this calibrated, I could put my ball here or here and hit off of either turf. That's the idea behind it. So I've got it on there. If I turn around here to the computer, you'll see that my camera is picking up the calibration board. I'm going to do a little tweaking on there, get some measurements before I hit the Calibrate World button. So I'm going to tweak it a little bit, and then we'll go ahead and calibrate. Okay, I've got the board basically where I think is a good spot to be. So I'm going to hit Calibrate World. Let's see what it does. Okay, so you can see on here, there's a blue line and there's a white line. I'll separate them. And what you're allowed to do is to take these arrows and drag them all the way up to that blue line. You can't go past the blue line. And that would be your maximum play area where you could place the ball and it'll pick it up. So I'm going to go ahead and max it out. I've heard some people say the smaller the space, the more accurate it is. I'm going to give it a try, keep the space big, and max it out. And then I'm going to go down here, and I'm going to click Done. I went ahead and hit a test shot, severely off the toe. That is pretty sweet. Look at that at impact. That is crazy. And then, of course, the AI technology shows that I hit it towards the toe, low on the face, which is definitely what I felt. I would say that's very accurate. And then if you come up here, click on Swing, it actually shows you a close-up of the ball I just hit. You can see the Callaway logo on it. That's nuts. That is just so cool. Up here, there's a range. You can see my shot on the range. Gives you all your numbers down here that you want. And then a close-up of the video. You can see I hit it fat. Look at the turf behind the ball. So a couple of things that I'm really excited about with this technology is, one, be able to work on my own personal golf game, to hit a shot, know that I hit it bad, but to be able to turn around and see the video. I mean, that is just amazing. To be able to see what happens right at impact, the club face is open, square, shut, the ball takes off to the right, the spin rate. You can see where it impacted on the club. That is just amazing to me. I love that. And then secondly, we're going to be doing lots of golf reviews on this channel. And so we're going to review golf clubs, golf balls, and we're going to do that with this system. So you're going to be able to see firsthand all the data when we hit golf shots with certain golf balls, with certain golf clubs. And so we're very excited about that. Be watching. One of the next videos that we're going to post soon is a full-on review of this software and that machine, the ProTee VX, and we look forward to sharing that with you. So be watching for that. Thanks so much for tuning in again. Appreciate it.